What's up? What's up, Everyday Athlete Podcast Network fans? Thank you for joining us on the What's in Your Earbuds show. I'm joined today by my co host, Joe Hardin, who is also the host of Beyond the Finish Line on the Everyday Athlete Podcast Network. Before we dive into what this special show is going to be about, please make sure you subscribe, rate, and review the Everyday Athlete Podcast Network on your favorite podcast platforms. We would love for you to give us 5 stars on our network. But if you're inclined to choose a different number, email me, jason@runtribemag.com, and let me know what we can do to help make your experience with our podcast network better. Also, want to mention the Everyday Athlete Clubhouse is alive and kicking. The doors have been flung open and the music is pumping in the clubhouse. We have hit 50 members within the first 10 days of the announcement of the clubhouse opening, and couldn't be more ecstatic. We have marketing brands coming along, discounts, panel discussions being put together, all kinds of cool stuff. I'm working on a 30 by 30 by 30 podcast, which is 30 podcast episodes that are 30 minutes long to drop once a day for 30 days. Anyway, that's a lot of stuff, which is also going to lead to what we're talking about today. But Joe, let's chit chat before we get started on the show. How are you doing, brother?
Oh, great. Excited to be here. Like I always say, this is one of my favorite, What's in Your Earbuds is one of my favorite times of the week. So I'm always stoked to talk tunes. Yeah, just excited.
Here's one thing we didn't mention, and you've been posting it on the RTB Awards, which is a business we co-own. Dude, that Tecumseh Trail Challenge Award is Grammy winning, shall we say, since we're talking music.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I always a huge shout out to Dino Racing. They let me take on almost their entire series this year. I think there was just a few events I didn't do just because I didn't have time with them, and then working with Josh and Michael, a designer, we were really thinking out of the box for that and wanted to offer something that, something new. It broke my brain a little bit getting it together, but I'm really excited to. I'll be at the finish line for this event doing on-site engraving. So I love the fact that I'm gonna get to see these like put into runners' hands. It's I did that huge bucket filler, getting to see people cross the finish line. If you ever get a chance to volunteer to finish line, do it. I don't think there's a better experience, but yeah. So thank you for that. It was a labor of love. I'm excited to get these rolling, and I'm just stoked to be a part of it. Oh, I think I lost you, Jason.
Oh, that's me having mute, so you couldn't hear me. What I said was, that's a banger. Like as the kids say, that's a banger. For those of you who are joining us on the audio version of this podcast, just understand we do this live. There might be hiccups along the way. That's just the way this stuff works. But
there's gonna be.
Yeah, I shouldn't say might. I'm an optimist, brother. I'm an optimist. So here's the deal. Here's what we're going to do today. I thought it would be super dope because with the Everyday Athlete Clubhouse, we are going to be announcing a run club tour for 2026, which means we might be visiting your city or a city near you to host a shakeout run for an event in your area, followed by either coffee and conversation or a panel discussion. So, Joe, I thought on my way home today, after 6 hours of dealing with a flat tire, that we should create a quote unquote concert tour for endurance sports that spans the globe. And here's the trick. You have to not only pick the location for the concert, but also the partnered endurance sports event. So that could be a 5K, that could be a 250 miler, that could be an Ironman. We're going to go all around the world with at least 6 stops with some explanations as to why. I've posted it on Instagram. If you've got a concert tour for endurance athletes, where are you going and why are you going there? And I'll post it to Threads while we're having this conversation. So I will start first to give you some time to think about it, since I know that I kind of sprung this on you last minute. So you ready for this? Is like a fan. This almost feels like a fantasy football draft. You ready for round one? Pick one.
Yeah. Go ahead and cue yours up so I kind of know how to follow
So
this. And I'll have
my
something.
choice is Wembley Stadium, just because I can see Freddie Mercury of Queen standing in that stadium, belting out songs, and it would be a dope venue for a massive concert. And then we run the Spine, which also takes place in the UK, which is a gnarly ultra out there.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Dang. So you're gonna okay. So you're gonna leave Red Rocks on
I'm
the
leaving
table.
Red Rocks on the
Okay.
table. I figured if you couldn't come up with anything
Okay.
fast enough, it would be your default.
Yeah. Okay. Let me pick one that's local because it's not a big venue, but we have a club called the Vogue. Anybody in the Midwest in Indianapolis knows about the Vogue. It's in Broad Ripple. It's this cool little intimate, maybe a couple hundred people, and we could run the Indy Mini or like maybe Indy Monumental Marathon because that's a huge marathon. So I think that too. I'm gonna stick local with mine. I love the Vogue
local.
too. It's such a cool place. Yeah, heck yeah.
It's called the Vogue.
Yeah, the Vogue Theater. Cool little spot too.
Just the name alone is dope, and it reminds me of En Vogue, the musical group. So we're in on that.
Yeah.
All right. So round two, pick two. Oh, should we do a snake draft? You want to have a back to back, and then I pick the one after that? We'll go snake draft. All right, you got pick three then.
Okay, I said did the Vogue do okay, I'm gonna give a shout out to some friends on this one. We could do oh crap, what's the theater in Louisville, Kentucky? Oh, okay. Oh, someone's got to help me with this. So there's this really cool theater in Evansville, Indiana. I think it's Edwards Theater, or we could go to the KFC Yum Center. There we go.
Okay.
In Louisville, Kentucky, and we could run the Knobstone 50. That's my Trailblazer running 50-mile run on the Knobstone. That's the Trailblazer running. Yeah.
Gnarly ass trails for the win. I like it. So, all right. So I get back-to-back picks now, and I'm gonna head to New York City, and I'm gonna pick the Hammerstein Ballroom in Manhattan, which is an incredible event. It's really cozy. It feels like you as the audience are on top of the stage, and it feels like the musicians are like hanging out in your living room. That's how like cozy the Hammerstein Ballroom is, which means that we're going to end up running the New York City Marathon that same weekend as well. So far, just to recap, we are heading to Wembley Stadium, and we're going to race the Spine, which is a gnarly ultra marathon out there in the UK. We're going to visit the Vogue and run the Indy Mini while we are out there. Then we're going to head to Louisville, Kentucky, and hang out at the KFC Yum Center and race the Knobstone 50 miler. And then we are going to head to New York City to hang out in the Hammerstein Ballroom and run the New York City Marathon. So then my next pick, and I had to Google search this really quick because I don't know much about concert venues in Brazil, but it looks like they have a large capacity stadium, Allianz Parque and Mineirão. My Portuguese is not so good, but anyway, I want to go there because then I want to race Ironman Brazil. Because, I mean, if we're going to travel that far, we might as well put ourselves out there for 11, 12, 14, 17 hours and do 3 different sports and get the whole experience while we are out there.
Oh, heck yeah. Yeah, I like that idea.
I mean, could you imagine traveling to Rio de Janeiro for an outdoor concert and then racing Ironman Brazil at the same time?
That'd be so cool.
All right, so you're up for 2 picks.
Okay. I can't stop thinking locally. Let's go Soldiers
Oh,
Field,
good one.
Chicago Marathon. I'm gonna run Chicago Marathon someday. I think I need to. It's my place of birth. I think it's blasphemous that I haven't ran Chicago Marathon yet. So Soldiers Field, Chicago Marathon.
That's
Sorry, I probably took a big one out of contention there.
Yeah, that is a big one.
Oh, am I? Yeah. I've seen a concert at Soldier Field. It is a crazy place to have especially if it's like an evening concert and the sun is setting. I mean, you have it's Chicago. It's like it's right there. It's such an iconic stadium and like one of my favorite cities.
Dude, can't go wrong with being at Soldier Field and then running the Chicago Marathon. It's like double
Yeah.
iconic venues, shall we say, at the same time. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be so baller.
All right, you get another pick.
And okay, I'm doing another one. Okay. Oh, dang it. What if we did? Okay, I'm gonna kick it local again. I'm sorry, I have to kick it local. What if we did the Bluebird Theater in Bloomington, Indiana? The Bluebird Theater is a special place. Vogue. I think maybe there might be 150 people at the Bluebird, and I've seen some like really good shows
Tiny.
here. It's like tiny, but it's the best. Like the sound quality there. I mean, you can stand in front of some like big names at the Bluebird, and we could run. Another shout out to a friend. My buddy Benny, he has the Momo Fo 100K at Morgan Monroe Forest. I highly recommend that event and highly recommend the Bluebird Theater.
Oh, you're putting me on the spot here now, because part of me wants to stay local because I think if we went to the LA Coliseum out here in Los Angeles, like that place is massive and it's got the torch on there from the Olympics and it's LA. So I'm sure we could get, some West Coast rap groups out there to participate. And then maybe we do
cool.
a smaller type of race and we do a Henniger race series. They have a Malibu Canyon 50. I think she puts on the Malibu Canyon 50. So imagine being at the LA Coliseum and then you just have to drive up to PCH to go run a 50 miler over in the Malibu Canyon and I think those are the Santa Monica Mountains out there. Oh, that's a winning combination.
Heck yeah.
By the way, I'm writing all of this down because when we're done, I want to see what people would vote for in terms of which one they would actually go to. Like, it'd be cool to have a whole concert tour and people just, a bunch of groupies going all over the place. But, which one would you actually
Heck yeah.
So right now we have 2, 4, 6, we have 8. So we have 2 more picks. I'll pick one and then you'll pick a final one. And then what we should do is figure out who are the artists we're going to want to have in these venues, in these small venues, and these huge.
Okay.
If you're not watching live or you're not watching on YouTube, Joe's face, he was like, "Shit, that might change all my picks." That was awesome, dude. That was awesome. All right, I feel like I want to travel. And I want to go to the Coliseum in Rome. I don't know if they would allow a concert in the Coliseum, but we're going to petition hard for us to.
There's no rules for this.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
There's no rules. And then we're going to race Tour de Gents. That's it. We're gonna be in Italy. We're gonna go to the Coliseum in Rome. We're going to eat some amazing pizza as our pre-race meal, and then we're going to hit the Tour de Gents and just crush it. Have you ever heard? It's an old podcast with Jason Koop when he talks about racing the Tour de Gents. It's probably one of his first 5 episodes when he first started his podcast. And
no, I haven't heard that.
Oh, dude, I'll have to find it for you too and send it to you. So he talked. The reason why Tour de Gens has been on my like to-do list is because of that podcast episode. And he talks about how when he ran the event, he was going through like these little towns through all of Italy and eating pizza in all of these little towns and like all the population there. You know, there's some towns are probably like 50 people for all I remember. And they would come and hang out. And, you know, as he's doing this race and he'd be eating pizza and like, how could it be better than that?
You have to check that
Yeah, I'll
out.
have to get that for you.
Oh man, that sounds so good. Is it like a multi? Is it like a multi?
I think it's 135 miles, so it'll take a couple of days. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I'll pull it up for you so you make your last pick. So it's more than that. September.
Okay.
It's September this year. It's September 14th to the 20th, and it is 330K, which is how many miles?
Oh,
so
cool.
That's 66 miles times 3, so about 200 miles. It's 200 miles. So yeah, multi-day.
So you get lots of pizza places
I would imagine, dude. Like you're just touring, eating pizza constantly. That would be the DNF of all DNFs. What happened? Well, I stopped in this little town and I just kept eating pizza.
Okay, I think I've got a good one. It's obviously this isn't probably realistic. Well, maybe it is. So it can be
having a concert in the Coliseum in Rome is realistic.
So building off of that, let's say I'm gonna set up something really wild. What if we could like recreate Woodstock in its original location?
Okay.
So, and we're right by what's that? Upstate New York, right?
Yep.
We could run New York City Marathon.
No, that's too far away.
So recreate Woodstock. It's too far away.
Woodstock is way too far away, but there is a 100K in the Finger Lakes, which wouldn't be far from there. It is, and I'll pull it up. I think it's called the Twisted Branch Trail Run, and it's 100K in the Finger Lakes. Okay. So we could finish with that.
I like that.
We end on an easier run.
Yeah, I always forget how big New York is. It's like someone's like, "Oh, I live in New York." It's like, "Yeah, cool." Like I know someone lives in New York.
Yeah.
And that could be. It's like California, right? Like you know how that is. It could be like 6 hours apart.
If somebody says they live in LA, you have to ask them what part of LA, because that could be 6 hours apart. All right. So to recap, we have 10 spots on our concert tour. Wembley Stadium, the Vogue in Indianapolis, KFC Yum Center in Louisville, Hammerstein Ballroom in New York City, the Allianz, I think is how you pronounce it, Stadium in Rio de Janeiro, Soldiers Field in Chicago, Bluebird Theater where was Bluebird Theater?
Bloomington,
Indiana, the LA Coliseum in Los Angeles, the Coliseum in Rome, and then Woodstock, New York, when we're just out there in a massive field. We didn't pick Burning Man or Coachella, by the way, which is pretty amazing because that would have been easy ones to pick, similar to Woodstock.
Yeah.
All right. So now I need you to pick 2 acts, and I will pick 2 acts.
Okay. 2 acts. Oh, dang. That is so tough. Oh. Here's the problem about loving all music is I don't know what music to pick.
Yeah,
ever.
That's true.
It's something I'm feeling lately. Let's go with Billy Strings because I think everybody, even if you don't like bluegrass, I bet you could still get into Billy Strings.
Okay, so Billy Strings is one of our 4 acts. I'm going Lenny Kravitz. I think Lenny Kravitz would be. Yeah, I think he would be fucking amazing in every one of these venues.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Lenny Kravitz. That's a good one. Good pick. Man, what a guitar player, too.
100%. All right, you got you get this next pick, and then I close out.
Let's go. Let's go with, because I think, once again, everybody likes jam bands to a point. So let's go with OAR.
OAR.
because that would be like such a good, like a good hangout vibe. Like OAR is a good hang, and I think about everybody can get into some little bit of OAR.
You've been listening to Josh Rosenthal on Borderlands a little bit too much. He'd be a good hang.
Yeah, yeah,
That's Josh's.
yeah. OAR would provide that.
Oh, we have a Will Eady chiming in on Instagram. How about concert at Red Rocks and then the Ultra at Garden of the Gods? Will, you are joining the show a tad late. We had talked about the Red Rocks, and because it seemed like too easy of a pick, we left it on the table in this fantasy draft of concert venues and ultras to join. But great choice. We're now picking artists, and so Joe picked Billy Strings, and I went with Lenny Kravitz. Joe finished up with OAR, and I'm going to close it out with Adam Levine and Maroon 5. I don't know why. I just think that softer edge with a little bit of hip hop to it and top 40 would get people rocking and rolling in their seats, and singing along, I guess, would be the other part of it all. This is the most iconic concert tour with the most ridiculous groups combined into one, right? What's his name?
That'd be a lot of moving pieces to get together.
You think? What's the guy that was the Firefest guy? Like, if this would be us trying to put this together with like a Firefest thing.
We have no idea what we're doing. Make it happen.
Who do we call for this? Will Eady is chiming in. No, dude, we're thrilled to have you on the show, joining us on Instagram. Chime in with who do you think would be great people to have participating as musicians in this world-renowned tour we're about to launch. Who do we like? Sony Music? Would they be the people we just call?
Yeah. Who do we get a hold of to make this happen?
Dude, you know what we should do? Here's what we should do. We should put together a playlist on Spotify, because there have to have been concerts that have been played at these venues that live music has come from. And we could put it out there and call it whatever we want to call it, the Everyday Athlete Podcast Network Concert Tour, as we go through 10 places all across the country. Just pick 10 songs. Find out whatever one song was played live by, because look, Queen and Freddie Mercury at Wembley Stadium has to be available from a live perspective. If not, we just pick that song and drop it in there, and that fills the Wembley Stadium slot really easily. That'd be fucking fun, dude.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And then we just drop in one. Yeah. Then you pick your favorite Billy String song and your favorite OAR song. I'll pick my favorite Maroon 5 and my favorite Lenny Kravitz. By the way, awesome. You're part of the 30 for 30 for 30, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is exactly what we're going to do on that podcast, which is only going to be available to Everyday Athlete Clubhouse members under their login on runtrymag.com. So what's my heads up from you? What's the hobby we're going to be working with when it comes to endurance athletes in your hobby? If it's woodworking, I'm fucked. Like, I don't know anything but like circular saw and saw bang.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to respond to your email, but I'm like, I think I do everything. So it's like, what actually is my hobby? So yeah, I don't know.
Well, you love to cook.
I do love to cook. I like photography.
Oh, that's a good one.
So maybe that could be
photography. We pick like locations to take great pictures and what race we could do out there. So the podcast with Amanda Katz drops on the 27th. And what she and I did was we built a menu for a restaurant that we decided to build on the Upper West Side, and we just picked dishes. So that's kind of the premise behind all of this stuff. So cool. Lori has chimed in from the back room. Joe has time to cook with double question marks. I don't know when he does it. Maybe while he's on the treadmill, maybe while the stores are running. I don't know, dude. You tell us.
You're gonna like this. I had my evening yogurt snack today while on the treadmill. I'm not gonna lie. I do that sometimes. So Lori, like, it's funny how like not far off Lori is on that.
Will has brought the thumper here. He wants to go eclectic with his 4 musicians: Tyler Childress, Bad Religion, Wu-Tang, and NoFX. Wu-Tang is a great choice for a concert tour like this.
Good stuff. Yeah. None of those are bad choices,
No.
though.
Dude, I love our community. Like, people chiming in, concert choices, musician choices. Like, this is what it's all about, right? Like, this is what endurance sports and community is supposed to be.
Yeah, this is good stuff.
And to think 25 minutes ago we didn't have a show.
Yeah, I was like, I guess I should turn my computer on. Like, I guess this is gonna happen.
I love it, dude. Like, seriously.
One of these days we'll get ahead of it and actually schedule our guests ahead of time.
Right? Like, we need to. That's absolutely something we need to do. We need to get ahead of it and start scheduling guests ahead of time. Like, honestly, I had a call today with somebody who wants to be on the fireside chat, and I was like, I'm booked until October 29th. Like, if you want to come on in November, that's cool. Like, that's what we need to do with this show is get people booked well in advance. You do
absolutely.
We do a good job of ad-libbing. Ooh, what?
Yeah, I wanted to give a quick shout out to a couple people added to the list, which is cool because we haven't really asked much out of anybody for the list lately.
Yeah.
So it's cool these are coming up organically. So Ryan Reynolds added a few songs. Thank you, Ryan. Ryan is always good about adding a few things to the list, and they're always great, by the way. And someone that's new to the playlist, Joey Huertes. You might have to help me pronounce that name, Joey. If I said that wrong, get a DM me. I'll fix it. He added a Papa Roach song that I haven't heard since like high school. So thank you, Joey.
I haven't heard that name since high school.
Yeah, I was like, Papa Roach? I'm like, and I forgot how good that song was. So thank you, Joey, for adding that to the list. Joey DM'd me like about a week or so ago and was like, hey, what's this playlist you guys are talking about? So thank you for hopping on board, Joey. That gives us, we are at, goodness, I can't even, it takes me forever to scroll up this list now. We are at 38 saves, 34 hours, 11 minutes.
All right.
So thank you for keeping those songs coming.
Please keep those songs coming, because if you don't follow Joe on social media, he has been accepted off the wait list for Vol State, which is 500K in 9 days. So if my math is correct, that's 200 and what's 9 times 24? It's 216 hours. Multiply that by 6. He's going to need like 12,000 minutes worth of music, people.
Yeah. Yeah, I need a lot of music. I got myself in deep. I got myself in deep on this one. I've always wanted to run this event, right? And I know people that have done it, and I've ran with people that have done it. I was like, you know what? To hell with it. I'm gonna put my name in, see what happens, and then I got in. So now it's real. I accepted it, and here we are.
When is the race again?
I've got till July of 2026, so July 9th of 2026.
Okay, so
plenty of time to get ready.
I mean, look, we're a little less than a year out from the event, but as of August 25th, and this episode will come out a week from today, which is going to be September 1st. So let's say as of September 1st, what's the first song you want to play when you take that first step at Ball State?
I always love For Those About to Rock by AC/DC for like a good pump up start song for races. So I think that'll be my first one. I don't want to get too pumped up because I got a long time to be on my feet for this, but something to give me a nice little boost.
Dude, so Adria, Trail Runner 615, what's up, my friend? She said Whitney Houston's I Want to Dance with Somebody. She listened to it for all 6.5 miles of her run last Saturday, which is a phenomenal feat, but you fall probably about 3 hours shy of the record, which is Dance Monkey on a 1 mile loop in 4 hours by this guy.
It's true.
She also
It's
said
true.
to give her a holler when you come through Middle Tennessee. She'll get the trail crew out and come cheer you on. And Will Eady's already thrown his support
Oh,
behind
cool.
you, saying it's an epic challenge, dude. By the time you roll around next year, like the Everyday Athlete Clubhouse is going to be pumping. It's going to be loud. You're going to have people on the course out there helping you out, dude. It's going to be amazing.
Heck yeah. I'll take all the support I can get. So thank you for saying
100%,
that.
dude. It's going to be so awesome to watch you pursue that. I love. So, by the way, for anybody who's listening live or anybody who's watching or listening later, this is how this whole thing went down. Joe sends me a text message and he says, I'm feeling like a little antsy. I need to do something big. And I'm like, well, fucking go big, dude. Like, don't wait around for something to happen. He's like, Vol State's calling me. I'm like, register. Like, press register now. He's like, all right, I'm on the wait list. And then like a couple of days later, he's like, I'm off the wait list and in the event.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it happened. I was like, "Oh crap!" Like I thought I had a little bit of time to think. I'm kind of glad I didn't have too much time.
So I will say this: if you're
yeah,
on the fence for anything that you want to do, you know you really want to do it, but you need somebody to just kick you off that fence. Message me. I am that friend. I'm gonna tell you to fucking do it every single time and think about it later.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm glad I did because I could have overthought that and then probably not ever got up to do it. So,
dude, it's gonna be such a
I'm
it's gonna be
excited.
such a blast. So, for those of you who don't know, Joe, for those of people who don't know, why don't you give them an explanation that the Vol State race actually is?
Yeah, it starts in northwest Tennessee, and you traverse across the state. I can't remember where in Georgia. Well, so yeah, you have to take a bus to like the finish line, and like you have to take like a ferry to the finish. Like it's really crazy how you have to get there. There's like an 8-hour bus ride it takes you to the start line, and then you have to make your way 306 miles to Georgia, where you kiss the stone, and you can't have like pacers or like necessarily crew. You can have like road angels, so people can come along the course and like drop water and like like people in Tennessee will like open up their porches and like you can like sleep in people's porches or you can get hotels if you want along the way. But a lot of people just crash wherever on like sleeping up against guardrails and stopping at gas stations at Dollar Generals for like your race nutrition. So it's like a true like adventure race, and it's been like I heard about it 2 years ago, and I had not been able to stop thinking about it. So I'm really excited to go on like a pretty epic journey.
It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, and it's a creation of Laz Lake, and there's always a good bunch of lore around his events. So I've always wanted to do one of his races. So here's my
it's
time.
All road, correct? All road running.
It's all road, but I mean all road through Tennessee, a beautiful state. So I'm really excited to take this thing.
So we have a few more comments. So Adria has committed to listening to Whitney Houston's "I Want to Dance with Somebody" for several hours at the Hot Rod 24-hour next month. I hope you reach 4 hours and 1 minute and break the record for listening to one song for more time than anybody else has in the Run Try Bike community. Adria, records were meant to be broken. And Will has said that I am like a third base coach sending everybody home. Damn right. Everybody's getting the wave. Come on in. Some of you will get thrown out, but the vast majority of you will be successful. I'll hang my hat on
that. We're cheering for you, Adria. That's awesome.
I love the fact. Awesome. So just out of this one conversation, we're 34 minutes and we're 4 minutes over time, but we've had music, we've had food because Lori asked you if you cook. We've had a baseball reference now. With third base coach was one of my passions. Like, honestly, this is what the whole thing is all about, right? Like, we've gotten to know each other. We're cheering for each other. We're providing shoulders when you need them. We're holding you up when you need it. But we want to laugh and hang out and cry sometimes too with each other because that's what this community is all about. And I can't thank you guys enough for being a part of it. And dude, I can't thank you enough for being like, hey, I'll host a podcast and sure, I'll co-host What's in Your Earbuds. And oh, you want to get into business together with this awards business? Sure, why not? Let's do that too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's been kind of cool. Like it all kind of comes back to something you told me, over a year ago. Is bet on yourself, and it's just kind of create like it's just surreal what came out of that. So I guess I say that to anybody listening that might be on the fence on something. Just bet on yourself and go for it. It's not gonna wait for you. Like you have to grab it. So that's my sage advice
That's
for
it. Take
today.
risks, bet on yourself. So Adria has added some little bit more context to her run for several hours at the Hot Rod 24 hour. She's going to be running around a baseball stadium concourse. So now her feet might be worse than mine. Like I ran around an apple and walnut orchard. At least there was something to look at, like baseball stadium concourse, which means you're inside. You're not even looking at the field. Woo! Good luck.
That's
I
cool.
want to dance with somebody 4 hours, 1 minute.
We're
Yes.
cheering loudly for you. Let us know how that goes. I'm always like, that's amazing. That's cool.
You know what we can do? We could send her text messages, and hopefully she's got them in her ear pods, and the text messages will ring in there. Siri reading text messages while Whitney Houston's
great.
voice is in the background. Well,
God, what a
it's
great
a good song.
too.
But dude, honestly, so ask yourself and be honest. Do you think you could handle that for 4 hours while running?
I like you. I think eventually it would just go away. Like it would just tone out for me after a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can. Man, it's a banger. I love that song. It gets me kind of fired up whenever I hear it.
It is a good one. I think to your point, like I said with Dance Monkey, after a while you don't even hear it. It just fades to black, and you're just running around.
Yeah.
And every now and again it pops in your head. You're like, oh shit, I'm listening to this.
Like I'm so like if anything, ultra running has given me my superpower is like dissociating from stuff.
Yes.
So I know I could tune that out after a while.
By the way, here's
man.
a trick for you, Adri. I don't know if you know this. I'm 51 going on 52 years old, so I'm an old guy. I didn't know that you could do this. I just said, hey, Siri, play Dance Monkey on repeat after like the first hour, because I kept saying, play it again, while I had the earbuds in, which was a pain in the ass. And everybody I was running with was like, who the fuck are you talking to? And so I finally realized I just said, hey, Siri, put Dance Monkey on repeat, and then I didn't have to keep talking to it while I ran around this circle on this apple and walnut farm.
I love that because like I'll keep my phone in like in my compression shorts. I'm like, Siri, like it won't pick up what I'm saying. So I'm like screaming at my phone like to nothing. Like
Adria is just cranking out over here. She said, first of all, she said I work in the music industry, so ignoring music is fairly easy, which makes sense. She always has her earbuds in so she can always hear what people have to say when she's out there doing these crazy things. And look at me, the old guy teaching the young lady a trick or two. She didn't know that you could just tell Siri to repeat.
Yeah. Secret of the
that's
pros.
It. I'm nothing if I'm not efficient. I'm gonna figure out a way to make things easier in my life, man. All right, brother. We're just about 10 minutes over our allotted time, but everybody who's been chiming in, Will, Adria, and commenting, and Lori, thank you so. Oh, Lori now wants to go run with Adria at the Hot Rod 24 hour. I like this. We are connectors if we are nothing else. I saw your boy Doug joined in on the show today too. He became the 49th member of the Everyday Athlete Clubhouse earlier today, which is pretty cool.
Oh, Doug did. Yeah. Nice work, Doug.
Where he and I are working on
that's my guy.
Debuting his movie, his documentary via Zoom at some point. I think late September, early October, we're working on putting something together.
It is so good. Yeah, I can't wait for that to roll out. He did a great job.
Awesome. So everybody, thank you so much for being here. We'll be back on September 8th. We might have a guest. We might be designing another concert. Who the hell knows? You know, this is what we do around here on What's in Your Earbuds. Brother, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you later, man.
Heck yeah. See ya.